I came across a piece from a few years back out of the New York Times titled, "You'll Never Be Famous, and That's Okay," by Emily Estefahani Smith. It went on to explain something like this. Today's young people desperately want to change the world, but too many think that living a meaningful life requires doing something extraordinary and tension grabbing, like becoming an Instagram celebrity, a YouTube star, or a best selling author, or ending a humanitarian crisis, or starting a wildly successful company that puts you on the cover of Forbes or Time magazine or whatever. Of course, having an idealistic aspiration and identifying your worth with popularity and material success is part of being young. It is interesting, now being on the other side of youth, how if you ask a young person to describe when they were most happy in their life, they will cite achievement milestones, goals hit, desired positions obtained, or moments of glamour, places they went that were Instagram worthy moments. But if you ask an older person, they will describe moments of contentment and connectedness, ordinary moments that were made extraordinary by catching a flash of joy, a moment of inner stillness, or a deep, intimate conversation with a friend or a loved one. Richard Rohr, who is a Franciscan friar and prolific writer, explains that we have two halves of life. The first half is focused around establishing your identity and experiencing and expressing your ego. It is mostly spent pursuing external gains. The second half of your life is spent pursuing inner gains, those things that fulfill a sense of significance, meaning, and soulful fulfillment. The most meaningful lives are often not the extraordinary ones. They are the ordinary ones lived with dignity. We all have the ability to touch the circle of people around us and positively affect their world. Psychologist Eric Erickson explained that a flourishing, meaningful life is one of generativity. The medical condition or definition of generativity is concern for people besides self and family that usually develops during middle age, especially a need to nurture and guide younger people and to contribute to the next generation. Erickson explains when we are young, we are supposed to figure out who we are and what our purpose is. As we get older, we're supposed to shift that focus from ourselves onto others and be generative. That is, we are supposed to give back, especially to younger generations, by doing things like raising children, mentoring colleagues, creating things of value for our community or society at large, or volunteering, etc. He goes on to explain, we each have the power to be generative. Fame and glamour are about the self, aggrandizing yourself. But generativity is about connecting and contributing to something bigger, which is the very definition of leading a meaningful life. A meaningful life is not found in success and glamour, but in the mundane, the nitty-gritty of life. One research study showed that adolescents who did household chores felt a stronger sense of purpose. Why? The researchers believed it's because they're contributing to something bigger, their family. Another study found that cheering up a friend was an activity that actually created meaning in a young person's life. People who see their occupations as an opportunity to serve others or their immediate community find more meaning in their work, whether it is contributing to a team whose work has made a positive impact on a large number of clients, or it can be an accountant helping his clients reduce stress and save them more of their household money, to a front desk receptionist who is able to better support her family with a paycheck. You see, I see too many people feeling unhappy, discontented, and anxiety ridden because they haven't found their one true purpose, the one thing that will change the world. So I say to my younger friends, first of all, there is no one true purpose. Do whatever you're doing with purpose. That's your purpose. And secondly, a good life is a life of goodness. And that is something anyone can achieve, no matter your circumstances. You're going to discover that wisdom in the second half of your life anyway, so you might as well get started on it now. And to my older friends, be sure that you graduated yourself into the wisdom of the second half. That life is not about the accumulation of success or moments of glamour. It is about those precious moments of contentment and connectedness and moments of contribution, helping others, fulfilling your soul by being of service and of value to others. That is the meaning of life. That is what makes life worthwhile. So jot down your thoughts in your Darren Daily Journal and share with us in the comments below what you're going to do to make life more worthwhile.